There's people that are coming late. There's people that are registered that can't actually be here, but they're going to watch the replay. So, first of all, thank you for those of you that are here. I love talking to people and instead of talking to a computer. So, it's always nice to have live smiling faces on the cameras. Okay. Hi, Jeffrey Lynn. Welcome. Good to see you. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. I'm going to tell a little bit about the backstory, and then I'm going to jump into some slides that I prepared to give you guys a full picture of the whole organization and what exactly we need. By the end of the meeting, you should have a really good grasp on what it is HeartProfit is, what we do, and how you may be able to contribute your gifts and your skill set and expertise to help move this along. At the end of it, I will show you we have a Google form for people to fill out that are interested in being a part of this. And then we will leave a little bit of time for question and answer. To start off with, HeartProfit is a movement. It's a global movement, and it's a movement to change, to solve the mental health crisis. That's really the focus here is the mental health crisis. I had a sister who unfortunately just passed away in January of this year. And she struggled with alcoholism and not her whole life. She was valedictorian of her class. She had all kinds of promise. She was intelligent. She was resourceful. And boy, life gave it to her. She had a series of abusive relationships. She ended up being a single mom for a length of time, but she always, she always had that resilience, always bounced back. But towards her 40s and 50s, it kind of took a toll on her, and she started drinking a little bit more than normal, and it kind of took over her life, unfortunately. But there was a period of her time of being an alcoholic that she worked for a company. And this one boss that she had this one boss for a year. So she started with this company, got a new boss, and this boss stayed with her for a year. And then she was with the company after that. So during this 1 year time where she was had a manager whose name was Griselda, she was different. My sister was different. We literally saw her change over the course of a year being under this manager. And what this manager did is she cared. She saw potential in my sister and she poured into her and she called her up. She called her up to the next level. She gave her some accountability. She gave her some challenges and she gave her some belief in herself and said, you can do this, and actually moved her up in ranks to where my sister then became a manager. And during that year's time, I saw the spark come back in her eye. I saw life come back in my sister. She started dressing nicer. She started putting on her makeup. She started being excited about work. And she would talk about work and her people that she managed and how much she enjoyed it. And she was so fulfilled and so just in a good space. She actually quit drinking that year. It was amazing. And then that boss decided to move on, and she got a new boss in there. And the new boss was the command and control and write ups and um, intimidation and bullying and those old styles of management. And I watched my sister just take a nosedive. And she started drinking again. And we literally never got her back after that. And like I said, she ended up passing away in January from complications of her alcoholism. And it was a really, really, really sad situation. But what it showed me was that our workplaces, our leaders have the ability to impact us. And we have a mental health crisis on our hands in the society we live in today. And if we can change our leaders into Griseldas, we can literally change the mental health crisis we're facing. So that's what we're here for. That's what this is about. That's what HeartProfit is all about, is solving that mental health crisis through workplace innovation. So we're going to go deep into what HeartProfit does and how we do it and how we see this vision coming to life. So the vision of HeartProfit is, I did hit record, did I not?
You
Okay.
did.
Okay, good. Thank you. Our vision is we envision a world where workplaces are life-giving spaces rooted in compassion, connection, and community, empowering both the individuals, the leaders, and the businesses to thrive. We can have a trifecta of wins, we believe. We are on a actual mission to end the profit at all cost business models. Just let's annihilate them, let's get rid of them, let's make them obsolete and bring in this new way of doing business. Today's landscape is not looking great, and businesses are feeling it. They're feeling the challenge. Stress levels are at an all-time high, and that impacts our mental health. The newer generations, or the younger generation coming into the workforce, they're feeling overwhelmed already at such a young age. And our managers are overwhelmed because what they're facing, they've never faced before. Like, we've never faced the amount of issues, the people issues that we're facing today. And leaders don't know how to lead. They don't know how to manage this next generation, or this, even the current generation of stressed out, high stress, burned out individuals. Then you have the mental health crisis, and this impacts everyone. The number one driver of mental health crisis is a culture of independence that we've created. And so if the independence and the culture of independence is what's driving the mental health crisis, if we bring connection into the workplace, we can overcome that issue. But 81% of people's mental health is directly impacted by their workplace, whether that's positive or negative. And so if we can change the workplaces, we can change 81% of the people's mental health. And then the next generation, they're very different. They're wired different. They're not wired the way we've been in the past. And so the way we've been doing business with profit at all costs, and wearing your people out and throwing money at them to cause them to work harder, is not working with this next generation. They are seeking more of a compassionate business model, and they want a more human-centered values culture basis for where they work. They want psychological safety, and they want connection, and they want purpose. And so that is not typically what we find in our current workplaces. And so this is the landscape of what we're facing today, and these are the things that we're looking to resolve. HeartProfit is a movement, and we have a two-pronged approach. So we have, on one side, we have business programs where we're providing resources for businesses and leaders to help them transform their workplaces. And then on the other side, we have a community building movement going on. So because we want to change the world, we don't want to just bring the business programs. We need to bring the general population along as well, because we want to create support for the businesses that are changing, and let the world know that we have an answer, a solution to the overwhelming problems that we're facing. So we're going to talk about each of those two-pronged approach now. So on the one side, the business side. So for the business side, we have education for leaders. We have a full, holistic, robust education platform, curriculum for business leaders that teaches them how to have a framework of leading that allows for high performance and compassion. And that framework is what allows them to do that. So we also teach about what do we need for mental well-being. There's neuroscience now that we have about the brain, about stress on the brain, about trauma on the brain, that we as leaders, if we know this information, we can lead differently. We can provide environments that are more conducive to mental well-being. And so that is the program of the certification process. So we are actually certifying businesses. We take them through this intense holistic curriculum, and we transform them as leaders. And we give them a certification. And So that is the business, the general gist of the business program. If anybody's interested in finding out more information about that, we can sure actually uh, give you more information. But we also offer a business accelerator program because we want to bring power to these businesses that are saying, hey, yes, we want to be a heart-based business. We want to be a part of this, and we want to bring power to them. So we've got a couple ways that we're promoting them and that we're bringing them resources as they step forward and embrace this new way of doing business. One is the directory. So we're creating a directory of HeartProfit certified businesses and HeartProfit certified leaders. And so what this does is it gives a pathway for the next generation when they're looking for who do I want to buy from and who do I want to work for. They can go to the HeartProfit directory and find companies that align with their values. And so that directory is a big piece of bringing people that want this heart-based business world to exist and businesses that are stepping into that and bringing them together so that they can support that. One of the ways that we can make the old greedy profit at all cost style way of doing business obsolete is by bringing more attention and awareness and people and resources to the companies that are not doing that. And so that's really the whole strategy on making that other business model obsolete. We also have a program that is we can provide grants and investments to businesses. And this is through our Million Who Care campaign, which is on the community building side of the movement. So I'm going to leave that there. This is the business. This is what we're offering to the businesses for helping them transform and become a different style of business. Now, on the community side, the movement side, the community building, we're building awareness through a couple different ways. One is we have the Million Who Care campaign, the Million Who Care community. And what we're doing is we're recruiting 1 million people globally to join this community. And it's $5 a month to join. Not a lot of money, but it's a way for people to use their $5 a month for greater impact. And when we pool all of this together, that gives us $5 million a month to funnel to heart-based, heart-led businesses. So this is where we can bring power to the businesses and also bring the community, the general population, into this conversation. So businesses can apply for grants or loans or investments, and the community who care, this 1 million who care, get to vote on where that money goes. So the money is funneled by the community and it's funded by the community. The second way that we are creating awareness is through the Gift of the Month Club. So people who love gifts, people who love surprises, we have a Gift of the Month Club that they can join, and they get a gift each month from a HeartProfit recognized or HeartProfit certified company, and they get the story behind it. So every month, like last month, we did La La Land Kind Cafe, which is a cafe in they have Dallas, Houston, and LA. And they started that cafe to hire kids who are aging out of the foster system to give them mentorship as they transition into adulthood because they have no connection to an adult, to a family. And so that's a heart-based, heart-led business. And so we featured them in our Gift of the Month Club. So everybody from that were in the Gift of the Month Club, they got a couple of really cool gifts from the La La Land Cafe. They got to read about it, hear about it. So we're getting to promote these heart-based companies through the Gift of the Month Club, and people get to receive gifts every month. And it's a fun way to support the movement and to learn more about these businesses that are doing big things or doing good things. We have bold goals. We are looking to literally move this forward in a expedient way. So for 2025, we want to have 100,000 in our 100,000 Who Care campaign, or in the Million Who Care campaign. We want to have 50 businesses in the education process. We want to have 50 businesses in the certification process. and 100 gift of the month subscribers and host at least one webinar. For 2020, and we're into July, so we've got a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. We have 10 businesses that are going through the certification process right now, and we have another cohort starting in September, and we want to fill that with 40 leaders. So that is our goal for 2025 on that end. 2026, we want to have the million who care all in the community. 100 businesses in the education process, 100 businesses already certified, 200 gift of the month subscribers, and we want to host a conference with a pitch competition. So we feel like we can have a pitch competition and really use that platform to mold and guide our new generation entrepreneurs into heart-based, heart-led businesses. And it's much easier to start that way than to build a business and then try to transform it. Okay, now we're going to move into our volunteers, our current board, and the things we have going here. So we have currently seven positions for executive leadership on the executive team, president, vice president, and then the treasurer is open. So that is one position we are looking to fill. We have secretary, then we have our chairs, which is Joyce, Ty, and Asher. Joyce is in charge of resource development. Ty is in charge of the program or the business side of things. And then Asher is our business and revenue development chair. So he's helping us develop our revenue strategies so that we can move forward with a whole lot of power and sustainability. So this is the organization of the HeartProfit is a nonprofit. So we are led by a board of directors, and then I am the CEO, which is not a member of the board. And then for our leadership team, we have 13 board leader positions available, and we have 5 of them filled, and we have 8 available. The way we're building our team is we're finding people who first align with our mission. That's the number one thing, is they've got to align with what we're doing and be passionate about what we're doing. Once we find that, then we drill down and we say, okay, what are your skills? What's your expertise? What's your experience? And then we say, okay, what's your time commitment? What kind of time do you have? What's your bandwidth? And from that, then we determine where they would fit best in the bigger picture of all the things we have going. And so that's how we're building the team, because we feel like it's really important to have synergy. We're big in synergy and energy, and people coming together for a common cause and utilizing their skill sets to impact and to make a difference with the team. So this is definitely a collaborative effort. So if you don't do well on teams, this probably isn't a good place for you to volunteer. But we are collaborative, we're team-based, and we're all working together. But each person is working with their area of expertise and passion. So we have Rodriguez, who is our events lead, and you're going to hear from him in just a minute. Ashley is in charge of all of our video production. Eric is our sales lead. Jazz is in charge of the certification process and experience, and with the coaching that comes along with that. And then Faith is developing our Loaded 10, which I didn't talk about, but Loaded 10 is another support arm to support the team members of a company that is HeartProfit certified. So we're building out a system of education and help for all the individuals that work for HeartProfit companies. There are 2 main lanes that we're looking to fill right now, because we're focused right now on revenue generating opportunities. And so Joyce and Asher are our chair people that are leading the biggest part of what we're doing and what we're moving into with the revenue generation. So I wanted to call them out, and I wanted you to know, because there's something that I mean, if you align with the mission and you want to be a part of this and you're giving to the mission, of course, that there's fulfillment in the contribution. But I also want to say, in addition to all of that, there's a lot to glean from these leaders that are leading this movement. Joyce, our marketing, she's our marketing and communications and fundraising chair. She has a tremendous amount of experience doing a lot of marketing for large national nonprofits. If you want to know who, I'll tell you later. She won't let me say it anymore, but she's raised millions of dollars and done a lot of work for national big brand nonprofit organizations. So she comes with a whole lot of experience in that realm. So if you join her team, you're going to be expanded. You're going to learn a lot. I've learned a lot just from watching her and being in the same room with her. But so these are some of the things that you can learn from being with Joyce and working with Joyce. Fundraising, all about fundraising, strategic marketing and brand messaging, campaign planning and execution, cross-functional collaboration, vision-led project leadership. She is an incredible leader, very compassionate and values-based, and her marketing is on point. So that is Joyce, and we have a lot of positions that are available that are working with Joyce on her team, and I'll talk about those in depth in just a minute. And then Asher just recently joined our board, and he is an incredible entrepreneur, business owner. He owns six businesses. He works for an investment company. He develops businesses as a career. And so with him, if you work on his team, which is more about the revenue generating portion of the movement, you're going to learn business strategy and scaling principles. You're going to learn what does an investor think. Who's already educating us that on our board call, the last board call we had. Business planning and market positioning, brand development across industries. He owns a website company, so learning about website strategy, strategic partnerships and growth opportunities, and multi-company leadership and operation. So these are two really strong, incredible leaders that you will get to learn from if you join their teams. So we'll start first with Joyce's team. Joyce, do you want to take over and talk about the things that you're looking for?
Sure. I was trying to come off mute. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Suzanne, it's so good to see your face. And then thank you for joining us today. Um, yeah, on the marketing side, we have our arms full. We've got a lot of activity that's going on. We are all about trying to identify opportunities to drive revenue. And there's a lot of foundational content that we're developing about HeartProfit generally, about the brand and what our mission is and what we're trying to do, as well as specific product content for our certification program. It's called EvoLead. So we are developing a lot of content around those programs right now, trying to get the word out about HeartProfit, what we are about, and not only drive visibility and brand awareness, but also drive revenue to help support the continued growth of the program and our organization. So the key pieces that I need on my side of the fence on the marketing side is unfortunately we have somebody that has played a big role on our team that has had to is going to have to be stepping back because she has a business opportunity, which is great for her. But that does leave an opportunity open for what I guess I would call the marketing logistics and operations lead. So we have channel tactics that we execute primarily right now. We're focused on social on our website. Email and sort of word of mouth are the big ones, just to keep costs down and to drive as much awareness as we can. So we need people to help us in those areas. So social media, podcast, we're trying to take a video web series that we are developing into more of a podcast format, a newsletter, and also just a graphic design person that can sort of develop content across all the channels. So that's the marketing operations, and that would probably be two or three roles. It's not just a marketing operations lead that can do all of those things. It's a marketing operations lead that can help integrate all of those things. And then we've got a couple additional roles, just depending on where we find somebody that has experience. It may be that we find someone that's interested that has graphic design and loves to do newsletters. So that would be one role as an example. Um, and then we also have website, an open role on the website piece, just to make sure that as we're developing content, we're driving consistency in our brand image, and we're developing all the resources that we can to inform people as they're going on our site to gather information and then drive search engine optimization. And then from a fundraising standpoint, as Stacy mentioned, I've been working with nonprofits for 15 years ish, and a lot of marketing and fundraising programs. So I have a lot of background from a strategic standpoint. What I need is really somebody that can help on the execution side, and continue to take on as much responsibility as they would like to be honest. So that's what I'm looking for on my side of the fence. So if you know anybody or are interested, please fill out the form that Stacy will refer you to, and happy to jump on the phone and talk about any of those opportunities if you guys are interested.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Beautifully
Yep.
said. And so how I kind of see this going is we have the board lead positions. Those are the ones that take the ownership. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. And then there's volunteers that are coming in saying, I don't want to be a board leader, but I have some hours to give. And so what I'm seeing for the marketing, logistics, and operations lead person, they would be like the coordinator of those volunteers to make sure those things are getting done. It doesn't all fall on one person, but we do, we're really of the mindset that many hands make light work. And so even if you have 2 hours a month, we can put you to work doing something. There's something you can do. Then the next positions are on Asher's side, and these have yet to be fully developed. Oh, and just so you know, we do have job duties for every lead position. So you know exactly what is expected and exactly what your role is. We're very big on, we're a nonprofit, but we run it like a business. And so there's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of exactly what you're supposed to be doing and where you can get help. And the job descriptions are amenable to. We work with people based on their bandwidth and their expertise. So some of the things that he'll be looking for is a resource development logistics lead, and that's for developing the Million Who Care program, further developing the Gift of the Month program, and then we're looking for an administrative executioner. That's somebody that can build forms and work with spreadsheets and do like clerical work and help us with our paperwork. So we really would love to have some kind of administrative assistant or somebody to help us with that kind of stuff. And next up is Mr. Yu, our events lead coordinator. So, Rodriguez, you want to go ahead and take the mic?
I got to get up and mute it first. That would help.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I know you guys probably have busy schedules, but we are building something incredible. And I am excited and so proud to be on this board as the event lead. And I like to tell people my position and my role is probably the most fun of the entire board. We get to have fun and be excited and just exhibit energy. And a lot of times, well, most of the times, HeartProfit networking events are sometimes the first thing people see with being a part of HeartProfit. We get to be out in the community. We get to meet people face to face. We get to be boots on the ground and just, give presentations, give excitement, and put a face with our brand. And a few of the positions that we would need for the committee or speaker liaison. So basically, we're all with the networking event. We have a speaker and we have a food sponsor, right? So we would need someone to help, like basically keep us a Rolodex of speakers, um, as well as food sponsors. A lot of times we try to recruit people who actually been to a Heart Profit event to, possibly become a speaker, become a food sponsor. We do have forms that we send out that each potential person is able to fill out. So that way we're able to get more information on them. They're able to get information on us, their logos, their pictures, and everything that we use for the flyers. And we also need a social media lead, right? We need somebody to help, push out the flyers, all the communication across social media. I know it's so many different platforms out there. So Stacy and I and some of the other board members, we will be actually helping alongside that because I enjoy releasing the flyers and seeing people engage with them and building a whole excitement around the networking event. Um, Working with me and gaining experience. Stacey, I had to zoom in on that because the print was kind of small.
I can
But
do this. I can do this part.
no, it's good. I zoomed in a little bit. Event planning and production with heart and excellence. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about my story real quick. I'm a foster care advocate. I aged out of foster care at the age of 18. So my story has always been sensitive to me with being conscious of the spaces and the rooms that I share it in. Upon meeting Heart Profit and hearing Heart Profit mission, it was like a light bulb went off for me, right? So throughout my entire career, after aging out of foster care, I went into the fashion industry, got into producing shows, networking events, working on a lot of different artists. So being the event lead for Heart Profit just fits naturally for me, and I just love doing it because I have the experience. So bringing that to Heart Profit at the same time, Heart Profit allowing me and creating me a platform where I can be myself, show my energy and my excitement, and at the same time, seeing people that come together is just is out of this world exciting. I love seeing people to come together. I love seeing people excited about a mission. So I think I kind of naturally fit into that position. So, but working with me, you will learn those skills as far as event planning, what it's like to be a part of a production, working as a team, and doing it all with heart and excellence. Like, what's better than that? Audience engagement and community building strategies. That's just really the heart of it. Being one of those people that just loves being around other people, engaging with them, community building strategies, getting out in the community, supporting other people. Stacy just sent me a text message earlier, said she booked us for this networking event in August. I'm so excited. But getting out in the community, meeting people where they are, building awareness, all of that comes with it. High energy leadership. I'm a little calm now, but Stacy and Joyce, and I see Lisa just joined, they know that my energy can be sometimes through the roof because I'm just excited about this opportunity and being a part of something that's much bigger than me, but at the same time making global impact, right? Public speaking, confidence, that's something that I had to grow into. But, like I said, with coming on board, I'm telling my story, and the people of Heart Profit really hearing me has allowed me to go into other rooms, other spaces in the foster care community and really make impact. I'm so excited about that and the opportunities to come, right? Coordinating team with motivation and clarity. That is beautiful. That's something we're doing right now. Coordinating teams, putting people in positions that they naturally fit into. And I think when you implement those things, people just naturally have this motivational thing about them where they just want to do it, right? When you're in a position that kind of naturally fits like a glove, you just have that excitement about doing it. And creating experiences that uplift, inspire, and move people. That is what Heart Profit is all about, right? Creating environments, spaces in work and personal life that's just inspiring and just motivates people to, get involved, get active. Real-time problem solving and creative flexibility. That's leadership one-on-one, right? Problem solving and creative flexibility. That's incredible. Owning your power and showing up with purpose and presence, right? All of these things is basically what you'll be getting with joining my team, right? I know everybody is probably not going to raise their hand all at once, but I already have a few committee members and we have a great time, right? And we just enjoy meeting each other once a month, networking with each other, meeting new faces, telling people about what we're doing, and just helping other people get acclimated and joining the movement. So again, thank you guys so much for being on the call tonight. You guys are already winners in my book, and I look forward to having you guys on the event committee.
That was incredible. Good job. I gotta say though, being in the room with Mr. Yu, with Rodriguez, he is an influencer as well. He skipped right over that one, but he um being in the room with him impacts you in a big way, right, Lisa? I have spoken when he wasn't in the room, and I've spoken when he is in the room, and it's a whole different experience. Just being in his energy is amazing. So yeah, if you like doing events or you have a lot of contacts with businesses that would benefit from being, exposed to our community, we have sponsorship opportunities and speaker opportunities for those people. Thank you, Mr. Yu.
Thank you, Stacey.
All right, Lisa, do you want to talk about this position? This is a position that's been open for a while. Lisa is our board president.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, I am the president here for HeartProfit, and I just have one person directly under me. Obviously, I oversee a lot of different things and run our board meetings. But like Mr. Yu's team, I need somebody that wants to have fun. So somebody that is all about celebration and really living our HeartProfit mission and our goal for all of our businesses and our leaders, right? To connect with each other on more than just a work level, right? A personal level, getting to know each other. So this is really somebody who loves to do that, can help me plan some fun events, get-togethers, virtual, in person, because we do have people that are all over the U.S. and kind of international as well. So we want to be able to incorporate that and just really live the HeartProfit mission. So that's for my team. And hopefully if you're interested, please let us know. And we'd love to have you on board.
Awesome. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for being a part of this. We work so hard and it's easy to get caught up in the work, get things done. We really want to take the time to celebrate each milestone as we go and celebrate each other. And I think we have to be intentional about that. And so that's what this position really is. It's about being intentional about that and watching for the milestones and making sure we're stopping to celebrate. And because we have a board of doers, we have a board of go-getters. And so I think it'd be really, really good to have that position filled. Okay, so there's two different ways to volunteer. One is to take on a board leadership position, which really is about ownership. It's about, hey, I'm going to take whatever area is what I'm taking on, that's mine, and I'm going to own it. And then I'll bring on a team of volunteers to help achieve what we want to achieve. So there's board leadership, and then there's committee. And the committee is more of just a volunteer position, a little less commitment than the board leadership. So the board leadership, it's a minimum of 5 hours a month. We have a board meeting that's an hour and a half on the second Thursdays of the month. And then you can plan for at least a half hour a week, checking in with your person, whoever you're working with, your teammates. But this will be board leadership is about building a strategy to accomplish the goals that we've set, leading their team towards that goal. It is very heavy on leadership. So if you have leadership skills, this is a great position. If you don't have leadership skills, but you have a desire or a propensity to be a leader, we have a great leadership training, and board members get 75% off of the training program. So we can train you into leadership if that's important to you. This is a great opportunity for that. The leadership is more of a broad focus. It's important that our board leaders are ambassadors for HeartProfit, and they're sharing the social media posts and commenting and doing all of the things to support the organization in their spheres of influence. The committee, on the other hand, is less of a time investment, although you can spend as much time as you want, but the minimum is 2 hours a month. And so that's really about working with your team. So you'll be placed on a team as a committee member, and then the work will be delegated accordingly. So you'll have a specific task based on the time that you have available, and then you'll be accountable to that team to um, to get your part done. You'll have a specific focus, and then we also want you to help promote the social media posts, of course, and support the movement in your sphere of influence as well. All right, that was really, really good. So now I'm going to go to next steps. And then when we're done with this, then I'll open it up for questions. So basically the next steps, if you like what you've heard and you want to move to the next step, you want to be a part of the movement, we have an application for you to complete, and that's with this QR code, and it's a Google form. And I do actually want to go through that with you guys. But after the application's complete, then you'll have a one-on-one Zoom interview with myself and your chairperson, whoever it is you're going to be working with. And then we will come back to you after that interview with an offer and a job description, like based on your time, your expertise, and what you have to bring. This is what we feel how you would best serve the movement. And then you can accept the position if that is agreeable for you. So looking at, do I have it open? Oh yeah, I do. It's right here. Okay, so this is what the application looks like. Name, email, phone, those are all easy to do. LinkedIn profile or website to help us know more about you, because we want to know all about you. We want to know all the good and the things that you're capable of and the experiences that you have. Then we have, which of the following areas do you have some experience in or working knowledge of? So you can check the ones where you have experience and expertise, and you check all that apply. And then here you get to say, I want a board leadership role, or I'm interested in a committee role, or I'll do whatever you guys need me to do. I just want to be a part of this. So that's what those question is for. And then here are the specific areas of placements that we need people in. So you can check as many of these as resonates with you. So if I were you, I would just go through and check the ones that light you up, that, oh yeah, I could do that. That feels good to me. So just check all the ones that you would be interested in filling. So you can go through the whole list, and you guys can do this at your own leisure. And then just a few questions, like what aspects of this movement resonate with you and inspire you to be a part of it? How would your unique set of skills, experience, and perspectives contribute to the roles that you have selected? And then here's where you put how many hours you have, because that's going to help us determine where to place you. So you can put less than 1 hour per week, 1 to 2 hours per week, 3 to 4 hours a week, 5 to 6 hours a week, whatever time commitment you have, whatever it is fine, right? We just want you to really honor whatever it is that you say you can commit to, and we'll hold you to that. But if anything changes, we can always change the commitment level. Just appreciate communication around that. And then if you have any other questions, you can do that. So with that being said, that is the end of the formal presentation, but I'm going to show you an informal presentation. This is our, what is this? What do you call this, Joyce? This is our graph of all the things. So we have
I call it a strategic roadmap, I guess.
This is our
that maps out our
roadmap.
Yes. Priorities.
So
it was honestly an attempt to get my arms around everything that we are doing. So it's not perfect, not pretty, but it does sort of show the expansiveness of what we are trying to do and run at. And we've worked hard to try to prioritize those things.
Yes. And so this is the beautiful, beautiful art that Joyce has brought to us, an organization.
I like that he says strategic.
Strategic. Yes. Yes. So this gives us some organization to this. We knew we had a whole lot of things going, and we were running in a bunch of different directions. And Joyce came in and said, hold up, we can't do all the things. Let's figure out what we're going to do first, do those things, and then we'll move strategically through all of this to where eventually we will have world domination and we'll be done with the profit at all cost business model. So I just wanted to show you guys that so you had a little bit of a visual. This is a movement that is doing huge things. We've got some really big goals and we really are looking for transformation and to solve the mental health crisis in the world today. So with that, I'm going to open it up for questions. If anybody has any questions or comments, we will open it up to that now. And you can just let yourself off a mute, raise your hand, however you want to do that. And Joyce and Rodriguez and Lisa, if I missed anything, feel free to jump in.
I would just chime in that Stacy is an amazing visionary and she has really brought this vision to life and helped us, bring the team together to take action on it. So it's not just a theory, it is something that really feels tangible and that we've worked hard to map out. So working on this team, you would gain exposure to working with Stacy, which would be amazing for anybody. So just wanted to shout that out.
Thank you so much. I've learned so much about leadership through our own training, going through the training. And we actually have somebody on the call who is in our first cohort. And I don't want to put you on the spot, but Angela, if you would like to share your experience with the training, I'm sure people would love to hear it. Eric, you took yourself off of mute too. Did you want to say something? Oh, we can't hear you, Eric. While you figure that out, we're going to hear from Angela. She came on screen. Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, she's muted too.
That's weird. Because
Is it on? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Good. Just making sure.
Yeah, I don't know how to fix that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So something to do with my settings, I'm sure. No, I would just say that it's an incredibly inspirational program, just absolutely full of knowledge. It has helped me to be a more compassionate leader and still maintain productivity and actually even improve productivity, improve turnover with my employees, improve, I feel like loyalty with my employees. I really feel like they have my best interest and my company's best interest at heart when they go out into the world and they're doing their jobs. I really feel like they care about the quality of work and what the customers think and what I think. And it's been hugely inspirational. I did fill out my application. I don't know that I have any special skills, but on that question, I did put that I am willing to serve and I can follow directions. And so just throwing it out there, Mr. Yu, I hope you have room somewhere for me because I absolutely love your energy and
Yes, I
I
definitely got
learned
room
so
for
much
you.
from you.
Absolutely. Likewise,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Awesome. Yay.
It's
Welcome to the
I'm
team.
excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's great to hear your feedback about the program and what you've learned and how that's really made an impact with your business. That's amazing to hear that. So thank you for sharing that with
Yeah,
us.
it's been so impactful that she has time to come here and be a part of this. And now she's filled out an application to volunteer. Now that tells you how impactful the
Yay.
leadership training was because now she has sanity, she has peace, and she has more bandwidth, which you didn't have it before we
Yes.
started the cohort.
No,
Yeah.
I would have been long into a long work shift right now. And now I'm able to trust the employees that I have to go out and complete their jobs. And I am at home in my bedroom and my daughter is cooking dinner. So
That's amazing.
Yay.
it's an
That's
That's
amazing
awesome.
difference. Yeah.
Such a great testimonial. Thank you for sharing. Eric, did you figure out your
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There you go.
Okay, finally. I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, can you email me the link to the application?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because I'll fill that out. And I will fit wherever. And I just want to say, Stacey, we talked earlier today about my industry and construction and the fact that and um, and the number two cause of death in construction is actually suicide behind behind accidents. And so mental health is a huge focus of our industry. We actually dedicate an entire month to it every year for mental health awareness. And so this is something that I am very passionate about bringing to my industry and getting the word out. And I'm in with all fours. So I'll fill out my application, put me wherever you think I'm going to fit. Um,
I love it. I love it.
so,
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, thank you. This was the proposal that I did today that you have to
Oh,
forgive the
that's
proposal.
right.
I made some mistakes on it. So Joyce found them after the fact. So Joyce is the one that keeps everything right and organized in
I'm the gift
order.
that keeps giving.
Just
anyway, no
forgive any
worries.
mistakes.
Yeah, I'll fill out the application, and then wherever you think my skills and abilities apply, I'll be happy to serve.
Yeah.
So
Perfect. Thank you
The
so
thing
much.
about it is we have just such authentic people that, believe in what we're trying to do. And we know it's not perfect yet. We know we're in the early stages of this. And, you've said this a million times, Stacey, we're sort of flying the plane as we're building it. And that's true. And so there are going to be things that we catch, but, we just are better the next time around. So I love working with this group, and I hope you guys will consider joining the team. It's a great group of people.
Yes, I definitely agree. I enjoy working with this group of people. I've been a part of so many different platforms, and I've told this to Stacey before as well. It's nothing like working with HeartProfit. I mean, you're working with executives, you're working with professionals, and at the same time, they have compassion and understanding, right? It's nothing like it. And Stacey has been such an amazing leader. If I was to be under anyone, it would be her because I've
Who wants to
seen
be under
where
Stacy?
I've seen where we come from, right? I was a part of the networking events last year and seeing this woman literally
work
put
under her.
together 3
They,
networking
he
events
wants,
a month,
she's the
right? So it's like to see where we are now, to go through the cohort, to go through the whole recruitment of the board, and just being along for all of the things and seeing this all come together, what Stacey has built, and seeing such genuineness and authenticity from everybody that's on the board. It just inspires me to stay a part of it, right? It inspires me to push myself beyond what I thought my capacity was, just to be able to show up for my team, right? And just continue to exude that energy. To see everybody else like pushing forward, it makes me stronger. And I think it makes all of us stronger being a part of a team and a board with a mission that we have, and to be able to go into these workplaces and seeing people's life change from our like Stacey didn't even mention the handbook yet that Joyce did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just incredible to see all of these things actually come like materialize from just the effort and the energy that we're putting out, right? So, like I said, you guys been on this call today. All of you guys are winners to me. I look forward to working with all of you guys in some type of capacity because what we're doing is just that important. So, again, thank you guys very much.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Chantel, did you want to say something? I saw you came off of mute.
Yes, I do. Hey, you guys, how is everybody doing? Um,
Good.
I've been ripping and running all day. I had to view some homes and stuff today, and so yeah, excuse me. I was in the office, and I'm like, I'm gonna come get in my truck because it was kind of noisy in there, and I'm like, I can't hear. I could hear you guys, but I'm like, when I got on, I knew it would be kind of noisy in the background, so I'm like, I have a little safe space. I'm going in my truck. So anyway, I'm glad to be here. I'm excited about Hard Profit. Just the name itself is a very profound and prolific um movement. I love the fact of what y'all call it, the movement, because the movement is about spreading love, joy, peace, and impacting other people's lives. And I'm all about that. Like actually today, I went to the gym. I usually go to the gym about 4:30 or 5 in the morning. And I was there to work out. And for 2 hours, my usually 2 hour workout ended up being where I do advocacy for domestic violence and for breast cancer awareness. And I ended up I was in there in the room, wherever you get dressed and everything to get ready to work out. And there was a young lady in there, and it was just like I told her that it was like a divine appointment because um she asked me what I sing to her. And she said, whatever gospel songs that you can sing those to me. And she said, I just need someone to talk to. And I feel like, those type of things are divine appointments and things like when you're that Heart Profit stands for. I stayed in there, and instead of me working out, I spent that time. I prayed for her. I talked to her. I gave her a lot of resources of a way to get out.
That's
And
beautiful.
me and her have talked throughout today. And I believe that I got her set up somewhere that she's going to have a safe haven. And I feel really good about that. I feel really
That is
good about that.
That's
So,
beautiful. Absolutely. Yes. That's our kind of people.
yeah. Come on and join the event committee. Come on and join the event committee.
I would love to. I mean, that's what it's all about. I would love to because it's like, just it's like when you say heart, you know what I mean? That right there like touches me. It's like you hear about people saying, how they say keep it real, or they say put your heart into it. To hear something be named heart, it's like it signifies love, and it signifies, you know, just being
Yeah.
down to earth and loving on people, and just using it and letting God use you. And I mean, that's what I'm all about. So I'm like really, really excited about that. Like, it's kind of like whenever I hear something like that, I just be on go. I be on green. So
I
it's
love that.
like to actually be able to be a part of that, I'm all for it. It's just like it excites my little soul.
That's and those are the people we're attracting.
Yeah.
Those are the people
Yeah,
that
Absolutely.
are
it
coming
excites
to
my little
bring
soul
this
because it's
life.
like
And that's what's
I
going
know,
to save us.
right,
It's the heart, it's the love, it's the compassion. That
right.
is what's going to save us. That's what's going to solve the mental health crisis. And it's
Okay, we're
messy.
not going to make Joyce cry today. Okay,
No,
we're
I
not going
was
to make Joyce
sweating.
cry.
I wasn't crying.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
did
it's
start
like
tearing a
it's
little
It
bit.
was,
amazing to me though
yeah.
because it's like it's like people experience things and you never know what people are going through, and you could just be that one person, just that one conversation. It could be nothing to you, or because you don't know what they're going through, but just to take that moment with someone. I mean, I could be in the middle of Walmart and I'm gonna pray for you. Like, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I asked God, I was like, just use me wherever you want me to be, I'm going. And it's like to be able to do that, it's a privilege. It's like an honor and a privilege just to be able to do that and have the ability to do it. It's not even always about whether you have like all the certifications and all that. Just use your heart.
Mhm. Yes.
Just use your heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm so
You're
thankful
welcome.
to have a room full of people and a bunch of people that are going to watch the recording. So if you're watching the recording, thank you for being here and being a part of this. And yeah, we can't do it alone. Joyce is carrying a big load with the marketing right now. She really needs a right-hand person to come in and take a load off of her.
5 or 10, actually.
Yeah, we could use more than just one.
Give me a few.
Yeah. So yeah, so next step is fill out the application. We will reach out and schedule a one-on-one Zoom call with you, or 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, whoever's going to be on the call, are the people that you'll be working
Okay.
with. And so then we'll go from
Okay.
there. But thank you guys for being here. I will send out an email after
You're
this
welcome.
with the link to the form. I did put the link in the chat if you want to grab it before we go, because I have
Okay.
to wait for the recording to do its thing before I send out the email. But that will go out tonight. In closing,
Okay.
we
Let's
we can make a difference. We can actually change the trajectory of where we're going, humanity. And Heart Profit is a vehicle to do that. And so this is something that we are calling all heart-based leaders to come join us, to be a part of this army, to create change in the world with power and with sustainability. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful evening.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.